Maya was a woman of boundless ambition. Every month, she had a thrilling new creative endeavor. One week she decided to write a sweeping science fiction novel. The next, she planned to record an album of acoustic music. Much like Simon in the Village, who announces plans to everyone, Maya's first step was always to post her new goals on social media. "Starting my journey as a novelist today. Can't wait for you all to read it," she would type. Immediately, the comments and likes would flood in. Her friends praised her creativity and told her how talented she was. Maya would go to sleep feeling like a successful author. But the next morning, when she sat down to face the blank page, the excitement was completely gone. She had already absorbed the praise and felt the reward of success, so her mind had no drive left to endure the difficult, lonely work of actually writing. Weeks would pass, the document would remain blank, and Maya would eventually move on to announcing a new, different project. She felt terribly stuck and ashamed of her empty promises. One afternoon, Maya visited her grandfather, a retired photographer who shot entirely on vintage film. She confessed her struggles to him, asking why she always lost her passion the moment it was time to work. Her grandfather didn't answer right away. Instead, he led her down into his basement darkroom. It was pitch black, save for a dim red light. He held up a roll of undeveloped film. "Maya," he said gently, "this roll of film contains beautiful pictures. But to bring them to life, I have to process them in absolute darkness. If I take this film outside and expose it to the bright light of the sun right now, before the images are fixed, the film will be washed out completely. You will be left with nothing." He set the film down. "Your ideas are like undeveloped film. When you expose them to the bright light of the world's opinions and premature praise, they wash out. You get the immediate warmth of the sun, but the image is ruined before it even had a chance to form." Maya realized she had been exposing her fragile ideas to the light too soon. She decided to make a change. She wanted to learn how to paint with watercolors, but this time, she told no one. She didn't post about it. She didn't tell her friends. She simply bought the paints and worked in the quiet of her room every evening. Without the immediate gratification of people's praise, she had to rely entirely on her own discipline. It was difficult, and she made many ugly paintings at first. But as the weeks turned into months, her skills grew. She felt a quiet, sturdy pride building inside her, a pride born from actual effort, not empty words. A year later, she invited her friends over, and they noticed a beautiful watercolor landscape hanging on her wall. "Where did you get this?" they asked. Maya smiled quietly. "I painted it." She finally understood her grandfather's lesson. Keep your ideas in the darkroom of your own quiet effort. The world doesn't need to see the fragile process. It only needs to see the beautifully finished picture.